of the great Rabbonim of yesteryear. And here we are on Chet Av, the day before Tisha B'Av. It's a Hilula, the yard site of a really great Moroccan rabbi, Rabbi Avraham Azoulay, the great rabbi from Markeš. He was born in English year 1660 and passed away in July 1741, so approximately more than 280 years ago from the time of recording. On the 8th of Av, Chet Av, as they say in Hebrew, he would become a great Kabbalist, a great judge also, Abed Din also, in the court of Marakesh, a very Torah prominent Jewish area, and also was one of the great rabbis of Morocco respectively of the 18th century. Also, his father was a great rabbi also. His father's name was Rabbi Israel, and he was a great rabbi and among the Rabbonim in Markeš. And we know also that his rabbi himself, of Rabbi Avraham Azoulay, was Rabbi Yitzchak Dolia, who we've spoken about just before, I believe, the lawyer in the previous videos. And he actually himself, Rabbi Yitzchak, was the rabbi of the yeshiva in Marakesh. Remember, Marakesh had a very strong Jewish Torah community at the time. And after the passing of his rabbi, Rabbi Yitzchak, the lawyer, I believe he filled his place in the leadership of the community and the yeshiva itself, together with another great rabbi, Rabbi Shlomo Amar. And actually, it's according to Rabbi Mordechai Atiyah, who would become one of his students and who was the author of the colossal Torah book, the Mar Dror. His yeshiva was considered the most important of the yeshivot in Markeš, respectively. And then at a later stage, I believe it was in the Hebrew year of Hey Taf Nun Vav, he was appointed as the Dayan of the Bet Din of Rabbi Yitzchak the lawyer. Also once again with Rabbi Shlomo Amar. This was a position they took together also, where there was different takanot, I believe, also implemented in that area at that point in time. And after the passing of Rabbi Shlomo Amar, he was appointed the Ab Bet Din and the main rabbi of Markeš, respectively, over there, which was a very prominent position. And many of the Rabbonim from all over Morocco would actually come and learn Kabbalah with the great Rabbi Avraham Azoulay, including Rabbi Avraham ibn Musa, who we've spoken, I believe, about before, who was a great Payatan, a Posek, and a Kabbalist also of Morocco in the 18th century. And also, there was other Rabbanim, including Rabbi Shalom Buzgal, who we've spoken about also. I think both of them came from different parts, especially northern parts of Morocco, to actually come and learn Torah and Kabbalah from him also. And I believe Rabbi Chaim Yosef David Azoulay spoke very highly of him at one stage, at various different times also. And it's actually interesting, but I'm not too sure if he was related to the Chida himself, the famous Chida himself, but as many rabbis came, it was actually interesting. Rabbi Abraham expressed his opinion that scholars, for example, should be exempted from paying tax. And I think that Rabbi Chaim David Azoulay also says that his rabbi, Rabbi Chaim Ibn Attar, was an acquaintance of Rabbi Avraham Azoulay also. So there was a close connection between the famous Or HaChaim HaKadosh also. And he said that I believe that Rabbi Avraham Azoulay would, one of the ways he was also writing amulets, various different amulets also, which we talked about before. We talked about other people. We called this, I think, kamiyut in Hebrew. Other great rabbis were master of this. We spoke about Rabbi Yehuda Futaya in another video also, which very much has been brought about. And he also hears, I believe that the Chida also brings out himself that there is a family connection, I believe, between Rabbi Avraham Azoulay and the family of the Chida himself. I'm not too sure exactly on the exact connection. I never saw a family tree, but I believe apparently they were related somehow. Rabbi Avraham Azoulay passed away in Markeš and was buried there on the 8th of Av. This was in July 1741. I believe even to modern day, many people will visit his keve, his burial plot, and travel to Markeš. Even in modern day, many people will actually come over there. Let's look at some of the books that was printed. I think there's a glossary of his in the famous sefer of the Otzrot Chaim, if I'm not mistaken, Hagaot of Rabbi Avraham Azoulay, especially on the front. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was written in Livorno, printed in Livorno. Also, other books was a Hagaot Ubiurim al Sefer Zohar. That was one of them, which was very prominent. The Hagaot Ubiurim al Torat Ha'ari. There was the Drushim also. There's Shuvot, Igrot, Paskim, and Shvot B'Kabbalah. Also, these were different publications that was written from, I believe, him also himself. He had many great rabbis that learned from him. Also, let's look at some of the great rabbis, including, we mentioned before, Rabbi Shalom Boz Gallo, who was also the author of the famous book, the Mikdash Melech Vacherim, and Rabbi Mordechai Atia, also, who wrote various different books, including the Mar, and there was also, I believe he himself was a rabbi also in Izmir, in Turkey. There was Rabbi Yaakov Paintan, also who was a rabbi of Marrakesh. Another one of his Talmidim was Rabbi Yaakov Gedalia, who was also another great rabbis of Marrakesh, and a Rabbi Yeshaya HaKohen, also another great rabbi from Marrakesh, respectively, really had the most greatest rabbanim in Morocco at that stage in time. And we talked about the books that he has written. Also, his Rabbi Yitzchak Leloya was a very, very great rabbi, and just to say something about him, he was an Ab Bet Din of Marrakesh, the head of the Jewish court. He was a Rosh Yeshiva also, and the rabbi of the city, respectively. Also, he himself during the 17th and 18th century, respectively. Also, and it's his Hilula here on the 8th of Av. Please don't forget to light candles in the great rabbi's memory. He was around 81, 82 years of age at the time of passing, at the time when he passed away. So please, we've covered about 300 plus videos on the great rabbanim. Yesterday we've maybe covered around 30, 35 great Moroccan rabbis of yesteryear also. So please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and share also. And wishing you all a great day, and brachot here from Israel. Take care, and wishing you all well.